Hello, everyone. Okay, let me see if I can do this. Doesn't show anyone's watching yet. I don't know if I can see comments or not. So if someone is watching and can say hi, that would be great. So I know that I'm in the right group too. I'm pretty sure that I am. I don't know. Doesn't look like anyone's on yet. Let's see. Nothing yet. Okay, well, if anybody is on, if you could just comment to make sure that I'm in the right group, that would be great. Oh, I can see 2 people are watching, so that would be great. Am I in the right group? That's number 1. If you could comment, that would be awesome. While we're waiting, my name is Amy Denny, and I am a director from Kansas City, Missouri. I don't know if I can see comments or not. Let's see. Can someone comment and see if I can see it? Oh, there. Okay. Hi, Angie. Okay. Am I in the right group? Hi, Katrina. That's all I need to know is if I'm in the right group before I start this training. Okay. It looks like there's a few of you on. Let's see. I have some notes. So if I look down, it's because I have some notes and I don't want this to go over. So, hi, Tiffany. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I'm on my laptop because I just want to make sure. Let's see. Okay, yes, Katrina. Okay, awesome. I'm in the right group. That's what I needed to make sure. I was like, let me log in on my laptop and make sure that I'm in the right group. So I just wanted to make sure. So thank you for that. Okay, so I want to get started because I do not want to waste all of your time. I am going to go ahead and swipe the comments because I squirrel really easily, you guys. And if I keep reading, this training will go way too long. But I promise to read them all after it's over. So let me swipe them off because I want to give you my full attention. I have some notes so that I don't squirrel as much as I normally do. Like I said, my name's Amy Denny. I am a director from Kansas City, Missouri. And my friend Sarah actually recommended me to Vanessa to do this training. And I was very honored to even be recommended. I am one of those kind of quieter directors. I'm in all the groups. I'm always watching. I'm always learning. I'm always soaking things up, but I'm not one that's constantly out there sharing all the things. If I have something to share, I'll definitely share it. But I was very honored and grateful that they asked me to do this training. So I hope that if you do events that you learn something new. If you don't do events, I hope that this gives you the jump that you need to do it. Like I hope this makes you take the leap to do it. So a little bit about me, I did write it in my bio, but I joined Scentsy on November 1st of 2010. It was only meant to be a side hustle. It was not meant to grow into what it has been. But it did. It took a lot of years. I did not have that aha moment until SFR in 2018. We were in Anaheim and I had this aha shift moment like, oh my gosh, this could be so much bigger than what I'm doing with it. And then of course, life and work and everything else got in the way. So I really didn't do anything that year with it. And then in 2019, I was very blessed to be asked to do an event with one of my best friends who happens to be my sponsor. And the only way I know her is through Scentsy. Her name is Tracy DeMario. She's my superstar director. She's my sponsor. And I actually rolled up to her. So she was not my original sponsor. One of my friends was, and she decided not to sell Scentsy anymore. So I rolled up to Tracy, and honestly, best thing that could have happened to me. She's been the wind beneath my wings, and she's really been my supporter during all of this. And one thing I do want to say, you need to find your tribe and find the people that support you, whether it's to do events, whether it's partnering up to do events, you need to find the people that support you. So find that tribe find people that can be your biggest cheerleaders, because that's what I found. And I am so blessed beyond words with the amount of friends that I've only come across through Scentsy. So that's number one. So I joined, she asked me to do this event in 2019. I was still a superstar consultant. And after that first event, I was like, this is where I'm meant to be. Like, this is what I'm meant to do. That was the shift that changed it all. I love talking to people. I love talking face-to-face to people. I love doing events. I love setting up events. Yes, it's a lot of work. I do a lot of big events. It is a lot of work. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's not, but the rewards have just been amazing from it. So let's dive in. I do a lot of big events. I do state fairs. So you're talking, 10 days. I do smaller events. I do pop-ups. I kind of do them all. And I retired in May of this year to work Scentsy full time. So now I'm able to pick up those events that I wasn't able to pick up before because I'd have to plan time off work. So now I can do those little 2-day during the week events at the hospitals, or I can do those weekend events that require a Friday setup. I didn't have to use vacation time for that. So it's really, it's been awesome that I've been able to pick up so many events this fall, a lot more than I have been in the past. So the first thing I will tell you about events, I will make a post about this, is to how to find them. Like I said, I got asked to partner in doing an event with my best friend, Tracy. And so that was how I found my first one. But then after that, it's word of mouth. It's getting on Facebook, looking in groups, looking in your community groups. I just had talked to one of my friends about doing their school is doing like a holiday mart or something at their school. It's not a mart, but like a holiday shopping experience. And she said that she would ask and see if I could maybe get in this year. I have a couple of friends. One friend owns a wedding venue, and she's doing a holiday mart at this wedding venue and turning it into like a vendor holiday. And so she asked me if I wanted to do it. So making connections, like I said, getting on Facebook, getting in your community groups. Chamber of Commerce, that's another one that you can look into. If they say they have, I always email and call if I can't get a hold of someone. I send the email. If they get back to me and say that they already have a Scentsy consultant, I say, please put my name on the list for next year in case that consultant doesn't come back. I would love to be put on a wait list. That is how I've gotten a couple of my bigger events, because people have not returned from the previous year. So those are some suggestions on how to find events. Now, this is supposed to be how I'm increasing my PRV through events and follow-up. So one thing that I will tell you, events, they love cash and carry. I know not everyone can do cash and carry. Like I said, it took 9 years before I started doing events. So I had a nice little stockpile, honestly, just from rewards that I had earned from home parties and online parties and people just reordering from me. And I had like a nice little stockpile going into these events because I was never going to be able to go through all the things that I had accumulated. So I, rotated my wax and things like that. So cash and carry is number one. People love to see the product and have it on hand. So that is where I get a bulk of my PRV, is having the stock on hand, because when they see it, they want to buy it. If you do not have stock, that is totally okay. Do not be discouraged from doing events if you don't have stock. I have seen, and I have team members that have done events, amazing events, with just their starter kit or their shooting star, like what they've gotten in their shooting star, and taken orders in their, town, and then met up with people for delivery. So do not be discouraged if you do not have stock to do events. I'm just telling you that in my experience, if you have it on hand, they have the money to spend. They know they're coming to an event to spend money, so they will buy it there. I will say that probably 7 out of 10 people that I contact afterwards, if they have said, here's an example. In September, we did not know that Maleficent was returning. I had Maleficent on my table. I had the warmer on my table at my event at one of the state fairs. I had 2 of them. Sold one, still had my display. People were commenting on it, saying things. Sold the second one, the very first weekend. So it didn't even last past the first weekend. The following weekend, the second weekend of the fair, I had 3 people come up and ask for Maleficent. I said, I'm so sorry. I sold it. If you would like to give me your information, I will gladly contact you when it returns. They gave me their information. I got their name, their phone number, all of the things. And then I contacted them when I found out that it was returning, and one of the three bought it. So I feel like if I would have had more there, they would have purchased it right then and there because they had the money. Because let's face it, once these events are over, life happens. Car repairs, house repairs, emergency bills. Things happen, and people just don't have the money after the event. But when they're then there, they have the money. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've seen at my fairs, people will have envelopes because they spend the entire 10 days camping at the fair, and people will have envelopes and they'll have their money parted out in these envelopes. And they're like, this is my fun for the day, my fun money, and I want to spend it at your booth. And I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. So they have the money to spend there. That's what they're coming for. So if you can have cash and carry, that is my number one tip. If you don't, please do not be discouraged. Like I said, absolutely do an event with just what you have. Even if you only have 10 bars. I think Tracy told me when she did her very first event, she had, I think, 10 warmers and like 20 or 30 bars maybe. And she's a superstar director now. So it does not matter. What matters is what you do with the information that you collect at these events. And that's what I'm going to go into next. So when you're at these events, you want to, I know some of them can get very busy, but if you are not super busy and you can intently listen to people as they speak, that is one thing. I want you to be intentional about listening to people. Like, I had someone at my table, I had 2 of the Harry Potter mini warmers left. And the one girl said, it was her mom, she said, oh, I wish they would have Slytherin. I would love to buy that. And so I popped in and I said, hey, I heard you mention Slytherin. That was actually one of my best-selling houses. I'm sorry I don't have it, but if I can get your information, I would be glad to, contact you if the little mini warmer ever comes back in, or if we just simply have something, Slytherin. She said, oh, that would be so awesome. So I got her name and contact information that way. So intently listen to people. I'm not telling you to eavesdrop on their conversation, obviously, but when they're speaking loud enough for you to hear, it's not a bad thing to interject into their conversation and say, hey, I overheard you say, you wanted Slytherin. So that way, and I did get her information. So if something Slytherin ever comes back out, you can be sure I will be contacting her. Let me grab that from over here. I have something I came up with called, let me hold it up for you. It's called Warranty Info right here. This one's an old one. It says thank you mail on it, but my new ones just say Warranty Info up here. I used to collect this information and I would put them on my mailing list. I don't do that anymore. I only do mailers for my last 100 PWS orders, because I'm at that point where I can send out monthly mailings and thank yous for my last 100 to 150 PWS orders. This was an older form that I grabbed. My other ones are packed up actually for an event that I have upcoming, but this was an older one that I grabbed. Anyway, so it has name, address, their city, state, zip, phone number, email. And then it says, do you want to receive coupons and limited time offer information? For example, Disney, Star Wars, Harry Potter, Halloween, Christmas, etc. Circle yes or no. Would you like to host an online scent event? Circle yes or no. Are you interested in earning money back on future purchases? That's your join right there. Yes or no. What is your all-time favorite scent? Now, I did not know Scentsy was going to release hundreds of bars out of the vaults when I did this. So I'm so glad that I had that information on there, because I have names of people that have told me what their scents are, and some of them are in this release. So you bet they've gotten contacted and told about Scentsy Club. And then I just put date, event, and then product purchased. When I'm ringing someone up, I have these clipboards sitting all around. I'm pretty sure I got them on Amazon. Sitting around my booth, because let me tell you, I misplace stuff all the time. I'm setting it over in 15 places. And I also have a big one. And this one I love because it has like room for pins down here. And it has, I just got this one for my last event and I really like it. It has stuff for large sheets of paper, and these fit right inside of here. And so I had like 2 or 3 in there so that I try and put them there at the end of the night so I know where they are. And so when I'm ringing someone up, if they've purchased a warmer or a diffuser or something with a warranty on it, I asked them, could you please fill this out for me? Okay. I said, this is, your warmer has an electrical lifetime warranty on it. So if it ever doesn't turn on, you change the bulb, it's not working, contact me. I will have your information so I know that you purchased it from me at an event. Okay. So this is their warranty information. Now, this top part. The next part where it says, do they want to receive coupons and limited time offer information? If they circle yes, they go into my project broadcast, I call it Scent VIP. They go into my project broadcast and they get 3 to 4 texts a month with my project broadcast information. So when Lord of the Rings came back out, the people that had said yes, I have near and about 350 or 400 VIPs, which I would love to have way more. I need to get better. This was just, this brainchild came just a couple of years ago, maybe 2 years ago, maybe. I'm not sure when I did this, maybe 3 years ago, for events. So I came up with this. And so if they say yes, they go into my project broadcast, into my Scent VIP. They get 3 to 4 texts a month whenever something new is released. And so when the holiday collection, the harvest collection, any of the LTOs coming up, I get plenty of reorders from that. Now, do I get one every time? Not every time, but like NFL, I like I said, Kansas City, huge fan base here. Obviously, I know there's fan bases everywhere, but I was one of the honored ones to go up on stage at SFR for selling one of the top sellers of the NFL warmers when they first released, and the original football ones, not the helmets. And I got to be up on stage at SFR and show, was one of the 10 that got to show the new helmets when they came out. So that was very exciting. So when I sent out the project broadcast for that, I had, I think, close to 80 pre-orders on NFL stuff. So sometimes I get way up there and sometimes I have crickets, but usually I get at least, I would say 2 to 5 is pretty average for me on those LTOs. Now, Harvest and Holiday, I always get pre-orders from my project broadcast. So definitely, if you haven't, collect people's information, ask them if they wanted to be added to your VIP list. Now, let me check the time. Okay, we're still okay. I don't want this to go over 20 to 30 minutes, and I think I'm already at about probably 15 to 16 minutes when I started. So use this form. I can, screenshot it, show you what it looks like, or make up your own. I literally made this up. Put whatever you want on there. But when I put them in project broadcast, so like when it says, what is your all-time favorite scent? So if they put Jumpin' Jelly Bean on there, which I get a lot of, and unfortunately it wasn't in the vault, I make a tag in my project broadcast that says Jumpin' Jelly Bean. So they get a tag for Scent VIP. They get a tag for Jumpin' Jelly Bean or whatever scent they put down here. They get a tag for the event that I met them at. So if it was the State Fair, Missouri State Fair, I put Missouri State Fair or MSF 2025. I have tags in there. All I can tell you, 2023 was my first tag. So so I must have started doing this in 2023, I'm guessing. I might have 2022. I'll have to go back and look. But anyway, so I have like MSF 2023, MSF 2024, MSF 2025. So I know that they are in there, and that's the event and the year that I met them. They have a tag on them for Scent VIP if they wanted my coupons or text messages. Sometimes I'll send out like, hey, order from me this month and get $5 off your order or whatever. And I can do that because it's one-on-one communication. So you can do that through Project Broadcast. Anyway, so that's why it says coupons on here. And like I messaged them for flash sales. I got great response for this last flash sale from Project Broadcast. And then, so they get those 3 tags. They get, if they list their favorite scent, the event, that is definitely, you want to list the event. And then, Scent VIP, favorite bar if they put it, and then the event. So they get at least 3 tags. Now, if they do not say that they want the text messages, they still get put into my project broadcast. And in this case, if they don't want the text messages, the 3 to 4 a month, they go into what I do. It's called a drip campaign. I'm not going to train on project broadcast because that's a completely different training. And honestly, I'm not the end all, know all, be all of project broadcast. I can do limited things with it, and I'm learning every day with it. But I do a drip campaign. So after each event, they go into my drip campaign. If they did not say they wanted my sent VIP text messages, if they have those text messages, I do not put them in this drip campaign. The drip campaign basically is an 8-month campaign. They get 1 text a month. It's basically to remind them, hey, you bought from me at Missouri State Fair, and I'm still here as your Scentsy lady. Do you need anything? That's basically the seed that it's planting in their head. But during the course of their text messages, they'll get one. Let me tell you, I kind of wrote something down. They'll get a message about cotton cleanup. Do you know what cotton cleanups are? Like, here's how you use them type thing. They get a message saying, follow me on Facebook so that you don't miss out on your favorite things. And I put the link to my Facebook page in there. They get a message one month about the whiff box for the month, whatever month that goes in. And I set this up. So it's literally already in Project Broadcast. It's called a drip campaign. And I set it up for all these people after each event, and they get this. And this drip campaign was not my idea. I just want to tell you, this was not my idea. This was from another director, superstar director, and Tracy shared it with me, and then her and I went on and created our own version of it. So this was not my brainchild. Like I said, I am in the groups, and I listen and I watch and I learn, and I am so happy that everyone shares. So I took this from someone else. I do not remember, unfortunately I can't give credit because I do not remember who started this. But another amazing consultant started this drip campaign. And so I literally put them in there, and then they get a text message. Now, do I get some stops? Sure, I do. And it's really hard for me because I'm such a people person and a people pleaser. I'm like, oh, it's like, I almost take it personally. And it's been a learning experience not to take those stops as personal, but you can't. This is business. You know, those are not going to be your target customers anyway. If they're telling you stop, they were not going to buy from you again anyway. Those are the people that probably just buy whenever they see someone at a fair or an event or a craft mart or, you know, wherever they are. They're not going to be your target audience anyway. So if you get a stop, totally fine. Bless, release, move on. They were not your target audience. So I use this drip campaign. They go in there. They get reminded of all, you know, once a month. And then at the end, it says, you know, if at the last month, so it's like I said, it's 8 months, they get 1 text message the very first week after the event. It was so great meeting you at the Missouri State Fair. Here's my name and number. Please save it in your phone. Blah, blah, blah. Basically, whatever it says. I don't really remember because it's been so long ago since I set it up. But so it says that. And then the next month, they get another text message. Hey, have you heard about our cotton cleanups? And it explains that. And then, but at the very end, the last one, the 8th, if you don't want to continue, if you don't want to miss out on all things Scentsy, please message me back the word Scent VIP, and I will make sure that you stay in the know about all upcoming promotions, sales, you know, limited time offers, things like that. I do get some that opt in after 8 months. Some I never hear from again, and that's okay. But at least they have my contact information in their phone, and they may keep it. Like, I'm not one that deletes text messages, so I could probably search. If I was not a consultant, I could probably search Scentsy and it would pull up that consultant that sold to me, because I'm not one that deletes text messages. I save messages for years and years. So it could happen. So that's another way that I do my follow-up and get reorders. So like I said, collect information at these events. Use some kind of form. Now, if they buy a warmer, or diffuser or whatever that needs electrical, like I said, they fill this out. If they do not, let's just say they're buying a 6-pack of bars. I always ask them, I always say, do you have a consultant that currently takes care of you? If they say yes, I say, oh my gosh, I'm so glad someone's taking care of you. A lot of them will say, please don't tell her I'm cheating on her, but you had a bar that she doesn't have, or whatever. It's kind of, you know, little cute interaction. If they say no, I say, I would love to be your Scentsy person or your Scentsy girl or whatever. Could I get your name and information? I would love to add you to my VIP list. Okay. So that's another way. Just because they're not buying a warmer, still collect their information. I try and get everybody's information that I possibly can to go into, you know, my VIP text campaign on Project Broadcast or my VIP follow-up. So I always ask. Another thing at my booths, and this drives me absolutely insane. I know some people cannot stand for medical reasons or whatever at events for long periods of time. That I do understand. But this, oh, I don't have my phone because I'm using it. But this is what gets me. I'm walking by a booth, even if I'm not a vendor at the show. And this is what I see. Head down, texting, not greeting anyone. That's not inviting to me. Even if you are not able to stand and you have to sit, please greet people as they walk by your booth. That is a very welcoming way to get people to turn, to look at you and come over to the booth. I stand, if it's busy at all, I am standing. I am greeting people. I am talking to everybody that walks by my booth. Even if, those people that walk straight ahead, they have on their blinders like this. Even if they give me a little glance like this, I'm like, hi, how are you today? And sometimes they'll look over and be like, oh, I'm fine, how are you? And walk over to the booth. And they're like, oh, what's this? What is this? Because they don't know what it is. So they have no desire to stop and look at it until I say hi. And then they feel engaged and they come over and they're like, well, what is this? I love when I get asked, are they cookie jars? Are they ashtrays? I've had that asked before. And then I explain it to them. And I have gotten sales that way. So please, whatever you do, if you can. Now, I'm not telling you I don't have downtime. When I have downtime and it's not busy, yes, I'm on my phone. I'm working. I'm taking care of personal text messages. But if some people are walking by my booth, that phone is down and I am talking to them. So make sure you're greeting everybody that walks by your booth and that's in your booth. When you're super busy, I know sometimes you can't, but at least glance up and say, hey, how are you? And then go back to ringing up your customers or whatever. Okay, what else did I have down? Let's see. Did that. I sticker everything that leaves my booth. Legit sticker everything. It has my name, my phone number, my website. Bars, get a sticker. Room sprays, get a sticker. Scent circles, okay, maybe not because they're just going to rip off the packaging, but I put a business card in there. No one leaves my booth without my information. So if they're buying a warmer, I always ask, hey, is this for you or is this for a gift? If they say it's for a gift, I take that business card and I slide it in the box. I don't sticker my boxes because some people, especially the licensed boxes, some people are very picky about their boxes being stickered. Like they want a pristine kind of looking box. So I do not sticker my boxes, but that's totally up to you. I slide my business card inside the box if it's a gift. If they say it's for them, then I put my business card in the bag so that they have it. If they're not buying wax. If they're buying wax, then they're getting my sticker on the bar anyway with my information. But if the warmer is a gift, business card goes inside the box. I always have something to put in my bags at events. This one was actually, I cut it like this. So it's really a half page like this. And I don't know why I did this, but I can tell you this is the old one that I found. This was from 2023. Now I don't do this, I do trifolds, and they get a trifold and it has information front and back. So this, this has join information on it. It basically was start your own business this fall for $40. It had a scan QR code for this, and I can tell it's 2023 because it says on there 2023 catalogs, like what they got in it for $40, like what you could, this or that for 40. So something like this always goes in my bags at my event. So they get, one of these, and then on the back, it usually has, this one doesn't, but now it has either coupons, it always has join information, and then it has something else on the back, whether it's the warmer of the month, whether it's the whiff box, whether it's LTOs that are coming out. I do front and back, and I do trifolds, so they're like this. I do a trifold on Canva, and then I have them printed, and I cut them in thirds, so they get a single piece of paper front and back, but it always has join information on it. Sometimes I made up these. I'll throw a little wax coupon in there. It says contact me for $5 off your order of 30 or more. I throw this in there. It has my information on the back. It says my website. It has text it VIP to my project broadcast number. Sometimes I'll throw those in the bag, but something always goes in the bag, and it always has the join information on it. And then, what else did I say? Oh, stickers, everything. Okay, and then follow up is key. So if you've got them in your project broadcast, you're doing the drip campaign, or they want your monthly text messages, you're doing that. If they reorder, I always make sure follow up from that. So if they order on my PWS or if they contact me to order, they always get a thank you from me, whether it's through Project Broadcast or through Scentsy Connect. They always get a thank you. And then I send out thank you mail the following month. So I'm working on my mailings right now. So my people that ordered in the flash sale last month are not only getting my newsletter because they're part of those last 100 PWS orders, but because they ordered the previous month, they're going to get a scent circle. And it takes a 2-cent stamp with that scent circle. And I put a little sticker. I ordered stickers off Amazon that say thank you for your order. Slap that right on the envelope. It says thank you for your order so that they know this is a special envelope, that they're not going to get this every month. So they know it was because they ordered, and they get that when they order from me the previous month. I send them a scent circle in the mail with my newsletter. Anybody that didn't order the previous month but still was one of the last 100, they still get my newsletter, and I do get reorders from that as well. So I think that my time is probably about up. But I just want you to know that events are amazing. They can be amazing. Just do it. Like, just try it. You don't have to have all the things. You don't have to know everything to do it. Just jump in and try one and see what it's like. If you're a people person, then you will love doing events. People will talk to you and ask you questions, and you can explain things, and you can help them pick out the scents and all the things. Oh, sorry about my Halloween still up, but after this, that's coming down, and we're going to do Christmas in the next day. So, I just noticed that. So try and do an event. If you have any questions, please let me know. I hope this training has helped someone. Like I said, Project Broadcast is my go-to, but honestly, you don't even have to use Project Broadcast. Have a follow-up system. I don't care if it's Scentsy Connect, Project Broadcast. If you're an Android user, I'm an iPhone user, but I know my Android friends schedule out text messages. Like Project Broadcast, they can schedule out text messages. I don't care what you do, but you need to follow up after those events. You need to collect information at those events and follow up. And then, the other thing, the last thing I'm going to tell you, before I go back to those events, so next year, before I go back to the Missouri State Fair, I pull all my tags from all the previous years. So Missouri State Fair 2023, 2024, 2025. Those people all get a text message from me saying, hey, don't forget, I'm going to be in the same building, same location as I have been the previous years. Please stop by and say hi. Come see me. We've got, new fragrances for the fall, whatever. I make some cute text message up, and it gets sent out to those people that have the tags from that event. And people are reminded, oh my gosh, I got to go visit my Scentsy lady. So make sure you're using your tags in Project Broadcast. Use them wisely, and use them with intention. Bars, favorite bars, the event you met them at, whether or not they're on your text message list, use those tags. That is one of the most important things I have found out about Project Broadcast, is using the tags appropriately. I wasn't using them at first, and I didn't really understand them. Use the tags, because then you can pull people that you have met and message them you're coming back to the event. And if they're local and they want to order from you, they can save on shipping. I mean, there's just so many things that you can do. So please hop in, do events. I hope that this reached somebody, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will get this uploaded to YouTube. Probably not me, because I'm not tech savvy, but Vanessa will. Talk soon, you guys. Thanks.